Hello friends, welcome back. Let's talk about demo for the same which we discussed last, that is Firebase. Let's create one HTML page. So let's have our HTML tag. So as per our requirement, so we have to go for two things. One is storage, one is retrieval. For that, let's create our saving thing first. So for that, let me create one table. So now let's move further for Firebase. Now for that I have to open up with that console.firebase.google.com, and as I'm already logged into my Gmail, so that's why it's taking to my space automatically. Otherwise, once you open up with that, so you have to log into your Firebase account via Google. So create a project just to give any name of your choice. So let's say I'm giving, click on continue. It asks for some options, like in terms of, are you really looking for your analytics for all these stuff. So as of now I'm just skipping that and I'm clicking on create project. So this be a kind of dashboard for your application. The thing which I suggested way back is like we can have authentication, Firebase storage, your Firestore database, real-time database storage, and so on. So these different verticals, for these are different, like we can say options which I told earlier, that through which we can connect with your Firebase. So we can have your iOS also, you can have your Android, or you can have your web-based application also. So just click on web, because as of now what we are doing is we are just ready with one HTML page, and then we want to connect with that Firebase, right? So give same name, right, or any of your choice, right? From the bottom, either you can copy this from manually like this, or you can click on this. So your choice. I'm saying copy, continue to the console, right? Like that. So it's showing one app. When you click on, so it's showing like that, right? You can open the configuration like this also. The same thing which I copied, you can copy from here also, right? Because we have to take it as a script actually, right? Now move on to your app back again, sorry, HTML page back again, and within this HTML, so you can paste it here directly. So a couple of things, it is something like we are looking for a function called initialize app, which automatically reference to this particular JavaScript. So that means what Google team or Firebase team they have done is, so they place that function over here itself. So and we are just calling that particular function here itself, and these are, it's like something like reference to our application. So whatever the name we have given and all that, so those kind of like specifications, so for that particular app, right? Actually, now after that, so we need like a couple of more import also. So for that I would suggest is to copy this piece and just paste here. You can put a new line also like this, like this, and you can mention all the methods and all that which you are looking for. Like there is a function called get database if you are looking for your CRUD operations and all that, right? So that's what is required. And so we are taking the reference of database. Let's take the reference of those two buttons also, right? So because ultimately we have to provide the listener also, right? So where btn equals to read it, right? So till now it's very like crystal. So first we created like blueprint of the, we can say, structure wherein we can put something, and then we connected our Firebase with our HTML page. Then we added like a couple of more functions and all that, right, so that we can use these functions. And later we start getting the reference of a database. Then we are taking your the reference of two controls called your two input boxes, actually info and serial number. And then we have taken the reference of buttons. Then we have taken the, like, we have provided the link, or you can say listener, for those two buttons with the click event, right, so that we can like trigger that particular stuff also, right. So now within that, so let's move to our first function within this thing Firebase, that is called set. So ref is something like we are using another function, so that's why we are using ref and set. So set is like to store something, ref is to get the reference of a particular database, specific database, so DB. So we are saying like we are looking for a database specific reference. So what was the database name you want to give it? So let's say I'm saying infos. You can give any name. Then add any like attribute, or you can say field which help you to make it distinguish, right. So like in my case, I'm saying let's say serial number, and as my serial number is a control which we have taken the reference of that, so what we can do is dot value. So this is again as usual, so we are referring to like how we can picking the value of a like control from your HTML, right. That is what we are talking about, right. Further, after this comma, and then let's set the value. So first is serial number dot value. This is our first control. I just copy pasted, and then let me change with info and info dot value, right. So this we have like curly brace which we have closed over here is, and then we close the function called set. Now we have to check it out if the function is successful. So then what we are supposed to do is, let's check it out, that the function way. So let's display one message for success kind of. So we can say data inserted successfully, and similar we can say if there is an issue, right, or any error kind of thing, so we can log on to that error over here also, right, again by displaying one message. So let me copy the message over here, and I can paste here also. Let's say some error, right. And that's it. So this is our insertion. So let's see whether we are able to do that or not. So this we have already saved. Where we have saved, let me check. Okay, on a desktop itself, right. So let me open the desktop. So this is our HTML page. So let me open up the browser. So we are ready with one plain screen, so having serial number, information, two text boxes and two buttons, right. Let me input something 100. Let's say this is first time. So let's take it by first variable serial, first field actually serial number, right. So let's run 101 first info. No, not working, means some issues there. Okay. Oh, my mistake. Okay. Oh, it's showing like data inserted successfully. So let me open up that. Yeah, so you can see from here, so within that Firebase, so we are able to see our record within our table called infos. So the entry which we did is, it was 101. So it's showing like this, first info actually like this, right. So whatever be the name which you have given here, it will be treated as to be as a kind of table, and then this will be a kind of uniqueness, right. And let me add one more record. So you can see the moment I'm just moving out there, so automatically it's like getting the record over here itself. Thanks for watching. With next video we'll see retrieval.